If a guy has a preference of their bank account, do you think that's
Why do you have a
childish?
preference? I was discussing this with my sister the other day. People think like preferences is just a get out card. Where does your preference come from? Your preference isn't just born with you when you come into this world. Your preference is created off your environment, what you see society doing. That is how your preference is created. I never came out of the womb liking men who were just 6'4". Society made me believe that it is normal for a guy to be taller than a woman in a relationship. So naturally, women want men who are a bit taller. Where is that preference coming from?
Women want taller
preference
men.
for wanting
Not
a woman
biology,
who's less experienced
society.
comes from patriarchy. It comes from women, you know, historically being policed through sexuality, and
there goes the
society not
patriarchy
seeing
word.
that sex is for women. That is where your preference for having a low body count is coming from. It's coming from not wanting your boys to laugh at your face and be like, oh, beat that. Okay, yeah, you beat that, but now she's with me. Okay, so what? Like,
but I still clap.
Am I going to pretend I've never been with a guy who girls are before? Yeah, I have. What can I do? Like you said before, we are not possession. We are real people. So yeah, just because you 100 people doesn't mean that girl should vanish and turn into dust. She too deserves love, respect, and companionship.
She can get all the love, respect, and companionship she wants. She just ain't gonna get it from me. She can get it from some guy that's been undisciplined just like she's been undisciplined. If I've been disciplined my entire life and been trying to make all the right decisions to put myself into a better place, I'm not gonna settle for somebody that sabotaged their life. And you don't just inherently deserve love, respect, and companionship. Those are all things that are earned. That's like me saying, oh yeah, Steve, he likes to give his girls knuckle sandwiches, but he still deserves love. Isn't it funny that to avoid appearing to be shallow, she tried to blame her desire for 6 feet tall men on the patriarchy? And I know it seems shallow, but women don't like taller men because the patriarchy told them to. Women like taller men naturally because taller men are associated with better protection and leadership skills. And this is coming from somebody that's only 5'7". We have to be willing to acknowledge the fact that there's a difference between social consequences and natural consequences. And generally speaking, social consequences come from the fact that there are natural consequences. Natural consequences like, I don't know, paternity. If you're sleeping with everybody in the village, how am I supposed to know that this kid is mine? My friends making fun of me is the social consequence, but my friends are making fun of me because I put myself in a vulnerable position. Another natural consequence is the more partners a woman has before marriage, the less happy she will be in that marriage, and the shorter that marriage will be on average. While if a woman marries as a virgin, 80% of the time, 10 years into the marriage, she will report to be happy in that marriage. Why does that happen? I don't know. So if I have to invest 50% of not only my current income, but my future potential income into a person, do I want to make that investment into a person that has 100 bodies or 0 bodies? And I know that fact makes a lot of people uncomfortable because due to modern feminism, a lot of men are married to women that have slept around, and a lot of women don't want to admit that they've made mistakes in the past. But the truth is the truth. The knee-jerk reaction to this statistic is always, but what about men? While I agree that men should also have discipline, if we're just talking facts and statistics, the truth of the matter is women prefer men that have more experience. Women don't want to have to teach a man what to do in bed. They want a man that already knows what he's doing, or at least has the confidence to look like he knows what he's doing. In fact, a woman wants a man that knows what he's doing so much so that instead of having that conversation with the man she's already with, she'd rather go get another man. Also, when you look at the study, the same test was ran on men, and the results were the number of partners that a man has before marriage doesn't matter nearly as much. Who would have ever thought that men have a higher proclivity for promiscuity because men and women are not the same? What I'm basically trying to say is women like taller men naturally because of protection, and men like virgins naturally because of paternity. And that's why I don't really like the feminist argument, because it just blames everything on the patriarchy. And don't get me wrong, there are some preferences that come from cultural differences, but before you just blame everything on the patriarchy, take a deeper look into things and see if there's any evolutionary reasons for why it might be that way.
Y'all, dating update. This might be the most savage thing I've ever done. So last night, Sick Boy is telling me, oh, I'm still contagious and I wish I could take you out, but I can't. So I'm ordering food in. Let me order some dinner for you. And I told him like, nah, I'm good. I'm straight. Y'all, so he ordered me some Thai food, and why my ex-boyfriend come to my house. So then I'm eating the Thai food. My ex-boyfriend's like, can I have some? And I'm like, yeah. So we eating the food. Me and my ex-boyfriend eating the food that Sick Boy bought me. And then I end up telling him I showed him all the TikToks. Everybody's clued in on everything. Nobody's kept in the dark. Now, you guys, I feel like the ball's in my court for everybody. Everybody cool with everything. So now, ball's in my court. Now I can do what the fuck I want to do. So if I want him to buy me food, I want him to do this, I want him to do that, I want him to do that, then they gonna do it. Cause I already told y'all, I don't need y'all. And they're like, we need you.
Well,
I ain't even
they
gonna
deserve
hold you.
everything
Neither
that's
one
coming.
of them, I don't know if either one of them is given long term. It's not, I'm gonna be honest, I don't care. They don't care. Why should I care if they don't care?
Well, you shouldn't take advantage of people even if they don't care, because that's what good people do. If a married woman came up to me and wanted to sleep with me, even if she doesn't care about her marriage, I still wouldn't do it because I have certain moral values. It's actually kind of sad because the dude that's sending her food seems like he might actually be interested. But while he's sick at home begging for a Netflix and chill, she's calling her ex-boyfriend over so they can do chicken and dickin'. But to be fair, she did say that both of these guys already know about each other and men are territorial. So if there's a man that knows that you're dealing with another man and he doesn't care, he's probably just waiting in line. And this is why I don't really feel bad for simps, because not only do they enforce bad behavior in women, but also they're playing a game. They're not playing the game very well, but they're playing a game. When you decide to focus on yourself until you meet a woman that is genuinely interested in you, you're refusing to play the game so that you can work on yourself. And let's just be honest, we ain't going back to the 1960s. Men have to learn the new rules of dating and adapt. Now we're in an attention-based economy, meaning the more attention you get, the more money you make. The reason why women are doing so well is because women have always existed in an attention-based economy. The only difference is social media has made it more accessible and easier to directly monetize. Women with the pretty face are always gonna get attention, and they're getting more attention than ever before. If you treat her like a celebrity, she's gonna treat you like a fan. So focus on building your kingdom, and the queen will come.
Smart people learn from other people's mistakes. Fools learn from their own. I'm ashamed that I did. I'm proud of myself and what I've done, and I wouldn't take anything back. However, it's not like I like the idea that people can view that of me. I personally, those videos make me want to throw up.
It doesn't matter, what people think. Like, you could be any kind of person and inspire somebody or help somebody or whatever. The coyotes howl and the caravan keeps moving. Meaning, like, who gives a what they say? They look at you and they're like, man, look at this life she had in the adult film industry. Look at what she's done in social. And they probably look at you as a source of inspiration. And maybe they think following a similar path is going to get them there. And I think you talking like this so openly,
yeah, it's cool,
is helping probably a lot of people. Maybe people we never even know, right? Like, they hear your story.
You're doing now this thing with Playboy that's going to help.
If you can just help one person, it really does matter. I don't care anymore. I'm extremely happy with myself. I know who I am, and that's all that matters. There's nothing that anyone else needs to think about me.
I do think she's doing the right thing when she's talking about the bad experiences and the social stigma that comes with her previous job, but it kind of seems like she wants to have her cake and eat it too. Lana Rhoades isn't even her real name, and if you genuinely want people to look at you differently in society, then why are you still trying to profit off the name that you got in the industry? And if you truly want to inspire younger women to make better decisions, why, after making millions of dollars in the industry, did you decide to create an OnlyFans? And so the message that you're sending out to other young women is, don't do prawn, just do OnlyFans. And while I agree that OnlyFans is a lot safer, it still comes with many of the same consequences, especially when you consider most of those girls aren't going to make any money. Also, Lana Rhoades at 25 years old is a single mother now. How can you expect people to look at you differently if you're still making the same decisions? And maybe I'm wrong, but from the outside looking in, it looks a little disingenuous. It looks like you want to make millions of dollars by selling yourself and continue to make millions of dollars by selling yourself, and then when you're done with it, you want to blame everybody else for judging you based on your past behavior. Till next time.